أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما اسم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما ويسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل العفو كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah Baqarah ayat number 219. Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Maaz bin Jabal radiallahu ta'ala anhu, they went before Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with other Sahaba ridwanullah alaihim ajma'in. They requested the command about alcohol and gambling, and they said that this evil is destroying the mind of the humanity and also wasting the money of the people. So please give us a command about alcohol. So when they requested before Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, angel Jibreel alayhi salam came with this ayat. Yas'alunaka anil khamri wal maisir. They ask you about alcohol, khamr, intoxicant, wal maisir, and gambling, the games of chance. Kul, Kul, say to them, Fihima, in both of them, Ismun is sin, Kabir, the great. Kul Fihima Ismun Kabir, say to them that in them, in both of them, both mean like in alcohol and gambling, in both of them, there is a great sin, great evil. Wa manafiu linnasi, wa manafiu, wa and manafiu benefits. And there are some benefits, linnas for the people. And in it, there are some benefits for the people also. Wa ismuhuma, wa and ism, sin, evil. Huma mean like in both of them. The sin of both of them, the evil of both of them, akbaru is greater, min from, naf'ihima from their benefits. Allah said, wa ismuhuma akbaru min naf'ihima. And the sin or evil, both of them, is greater than the benefits from both of them. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ, and they ask you, مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ, what should they spend? Kul, say the people, Kulil afu, afu mean surplus. What is surplus? Surplus mean like excess above your needs. The income, the money, the resources which are excess from your needs, so those you can spend. Kazalika, this way, yubayyinullahu, Allah clearly explains lakumul ayati for you his ayat la'allakum so that you tatafakkarun you may think about it. Yas'alunaka anil khamri wal maisri, they ask you about the wine and gambling. Kul fihima ismun kabir, say to them, in both of them there is a great sin, wa manafi'u linnasi, and some benefits for the people also. Wa ismuhuma akbaru min naf'ihima, but the sin is the greater than the benefits. Wa yas'alunaka maza yunfikun, and they ask you what they should spend. Kul, say the people, kulil afu, say the people they should spend the surplus, the excess above their needs, whatever excess may be resources, money, and everything, so they can spend that off. كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون. This way Allah makes clear to you the ayat, the verses, that you might think about them. So this is the first ayat about the alcohol and gambling. So in this ayat, Allah told the people that drinking alcohol and are intoxicant, and also gambling. So these type of things, gambling like lottery, like betting, like every type of gambling. So these are forbidden, like in the first ayat only in the human beings, in the Muslims, Allah produces the hatred, so that they should hate it, because if they can think about this one, that the sinful things are more in these both of them, but the benefit is less. So it means if you can make a balance of both sides, so you will feel that the benefits are less, but the uh, evils and the sins are greater than that one. So this way, and this makes the people to hate it as an evil. So this way, this was the first ayat to produce hatred among the Muslims against gambling and alcohol drinking. So then after that, if you look in Surah Nisa, what happened there? Abdurrahman bin Auf radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he called his friends. And when his friends came, and they were offered like alcohol, and when they become like unconscious, or you can say senseless, and that situation, the time of maghrib salat was there, and when one of the sahaba he became imam, and he read one surah of holy quran, and he read that one in a different way, because some wording were like in surah kafirun, it was la abudu ma tabudun, he read abudu ma tabudun, he forget the law. So that was the greatest sin. So this way, then Allah said, the ayat came, the second ayat, La taqribu salah wa antum sukara. So it means you are not allowed to go before the salah when you are in the situation of senseless. So when you are not well, you have no understanding power, so you are not allowed to go before pray your salah. So it means before salah, the alcohol and all these types of things, intoxicant, were completely became haram, according to this second ayat. Then what happened after that? Utban bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and in his celebration there was the people, so many people they came, and they attended the party of Utban bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and in that party alcohol was also offered. So some of the Sahaba, when they have taken the alcohol, because alcohol was not completely haram at that time, so when they have taken it, and during that time, when after some time they started talking about their forefathers, and they talk a lot about them, and one of the Sahabi, he was from Ansar, he took the bone of camel and he hit one other Sahabi, and his head was injured. And that person then came to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He complained about the alcohol, and this happened because of that alcohol evil. And then Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was also there. He requested Allah in his heart that please send a command to for alcohol to be forbidden. So then the third time the ayat came, that is ayat number 90. So Surah Maida. So that came in this ayat, then shura, and then alcohol and gambling and all these things became haram and completely forbidden. So it means that the alcohol was forbidden, alcohol and gambling were forbidden third time, like slowly, slowly. First ayat is just telling that these are the acts which for which the benefits are small, but the evils and the sins are more. And second ayat, when the people they were just to pray in salah, they were not allowed to drink alcohol, and so then after the third time, so alcohol, gambling, and all these things were completely forbidden. So this way, this also gave us an example that when we need to know about uh, any problem, and we want to find the solution from Holy Quran and from Hadith also, then we have to look thoroughly, completely, because is like, and at one place there is the one section, maybe in other place the other section, another place the other section. When you have to complete all the things, you will find the real solution of that one, like in the like the alcohol and the gambling, it became haram and forbidden. So when you want to find it, so you have to find from Surah Baqarah ayat number 219. Then you have to go to the Surah An-Nisa ayat number 2. Then you have to go to the Surah Maida ayat number 90. Then you will feel, yes, it is completely haram now. So because we have Holy Quran in our hand, so that is a complete code of life. So it has the final solution of everything up to the day of judgment. So we have no problem if someone say now that I want to leave this bad habit of alcohol and gambling slowly, slowly, because Allah said in Holy Quran that you have to leave it slowly, slowly, because this came in three ayat and three times. So this way, I want to slowly, slowly remove it and finish it, and then I will be all right. But that person is foolish person, because now we have complete code of life, Holy Quran. That time the Quran was, it was revelation, like Quran was coming. So now Holy Quran is final, complete code of life is in our hand, and it is completely written there that this alcohol and gambling is totally forbidden. So it's totally forbidden. So there is no allowed when a person who becomes Muslim and say Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. After that, so it becomes compulsory for that person that person must avoid and hate this drinking alcohol and also the avoid the gambling, not to go there. If the person is drinking alcohol or playing gambling or betting or lottery, so that person is violating Holy Quran. It means that is action of that person is against Holy Quran, so against the command of Allah. So that person is not a good Muslim, is not, that person is sinful person. And if the person die like in that situation, so we can't say what will happen to that person, because the tawbah astaghfar is the main thing. If the person do tawbah astaghfar then die, then is there is possibility that person will be forgiven. But otherwise, if a person die without that, then there is a trouble for that person, because the hell is waiting for that person, because the person has done the action against the ayat of Holy Quran, against the command of Allah. So Allah said something and the person has done something wrong, so it means it is competition. Why Allah say you do this one. The person say no, I don't want to do. Why? And they say I'm Muslim. Muslim is slave. When Allah says something, you have to do it. There is no any question. Slave has no any question. When the master say you have to do it, then do it. Nothing. When we say Muslim, Muslim is the slave of Allah. So submission, completely surrender towards Allah. So when you are before Allah, you surrender towards Allah, you submit towards Allah, that you are my Lord, you are I have to obey you. I have to obey the Sharia that I got from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. When you are just to obey, then you have to completely obedient. Otherwise, it means you are against Allah and against the order of Allah, against the command of Allah, and you are doing this the biggest sinful act, which will make you to go into the hell if you die without tawbah astaghfar. That is the thing. So this way, alcohol is the bad thing. Even they're the biggest evil. And Prophet ﷺ also said this is the mother of all evils. And also in one other hadith, Prophet ﷺ said that it is the mother of all indecent acts, like all the bad acts, all sexual indecent acts. The mother of that is alcohol. So this way is completely forbidden in Islam. One day, Jibril alayhi salam came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was sitting with him and he said, Allah likes Jafir Tayyar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and because of four qualities. So then Jibril alayhi salam left Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he called Jafir Tayyar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he said him, please tell me what four qualities you have Allah likes a lot. And Jafir Tayyar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that the first thing is that one, that I have not taken wine alcohol throughout my life, even it was time of ignorance or it was the time after accepting Islam, so I have not taken a drop of alcohol also. Subhanallah. The second quality of Jafar Tayyar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that even at the time of ignorance or in after Islam, I have never worshipped any statue, any idol, or anything made up of wood or stone or anything. So I never bow down before that. So that was the second quality. And the third, he said, I have not done any sexual intercourse with anyone. So from the time when I became into senses, from that time up to this time, I have not done any sexual intercourse with anyone. And the fourth quality, he said, and throughout my life, I have never spoken a lie. I have never told a lie. So my life is with truth. So these were the four qualities of Jafir Tayyar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and those were because of these qualities he was favorite person before Allah. Look in us. These qualities are in us? No. So we have to develop in ourselves. We have to request Allah and do tawbah astaghfar and try to promote these type of good acts or good qualities in ourselves so that we may be the favorite person of Allah possible. So that is the thing. So this will be very important for us. So in this ayat we learn that Allah said this the alcohol and the gambling, because this one is manafiu linnasi, it has some benefits for the people also. Benefit, you can see benefit is like, for example, if the thief, thief goes to steal something. When the thief steals, he get benefit because he has to fulfill his own needs because of stolen things, and he sell them and he use them, something like that. But actual what he has done, the main thing, he has stolen, that is the bad act. And if you look at the robber is when the robbery he has done, and then the robber person, he is just to sell the things or robbed things, and he get the money and he fulfill his needs, but this is the benefit he gets. But actual action is what? Robbing. So that was a bad thing. Even if you look a person who do sexual intercourse, he can enjoy, he can do like he wants his own satisfaction, but actually you see behind what he has done, that is the greatest sinful act. Even same like that, you can see some people, they cheat other people, they deceive other people in order to get the worldly benefits. What they do, they also, they get the benefits, but they are, what they do, that is the sinful act. They do that one in order to get the benefits. So similar situation you can see in this also. So this is manafi'u linnasi wa ismuhuma, Allah said wa ismuhuma akbaru min naf'ihima. So the sinful thing, the evil of drinking alcohol, and the the gambling, and this is also the sinful things, but its sinful things or the evil is greater than their benefit. So benefit, I give you example like that way. So how is, so this is the point, we have to look and then we have to see where we are and what we are doing. So that is the main thing we have to look. So the some people, they are just to say every time if you go about the medicines, they say, oh, no problem, is if we can take the medicines if they have alcohol in it, no problem, but that is allowed. How is allowed? The main thing is that, and in hadith, different type of hadith, you can see Allah has never put shifa, no healing, no health in the alcohol. If you use alcohol like as a medicine, shifa never comes to you. Shifa comes by Allah, from Allah. So Allah gave you shifa. That is the taking medicine is a sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but shifa comes from Allah. So that is the, and shifa is not hidden. When you are just to follow the commands against Allah, like when Allah said that this alcohol and intoxicants and gambling, these things are haram. If you are using alcohol in your medicines and you say, oh, it is good, and you enjoy that one, and you say healing or the health and the shifa is coming from that one, so it means you are, these wordings are going against Allah, against the ayat of this, like Holy Quran ayats which are against the alcohol. You are going like against the ayat of alcohol. So this way, shifa is not in alcohol. Shifa is from Allah. But medicine we have to take because the Prophet ﷺ has taken that one also. Like last time I was, when I was having the flu and fever, and then the doctor said you have to take the Moxil capsule, and capsule, the covering of that one was made up of gelatin. And then I was thinking, what should I do? So I have taken the I have opened that one, and the powder that was inside the medicine, I put in the date. I have taken the date and take out the stone of it and put in it the powder, and then I have taken the date as a as a capsule. So I use that one, I become healthy. So this was a timely action, and I have seen some in UK also. Some Muslim group, they went to the pharmacy also, and they requested the pharmacy that we want to talk with the manufacturing company who is to make the capsules, and we request them to make the covering not from gelatin with some halal material, and they have written a letter, and I have seen also. I have seen from the dispensary they got from the manufacturing company in the capsules which were coated or whose covering was with the rice, the rice, no gelatin. So the covering, outside covering, was made from the rice, not from the gelatin. So that is it. This also give us that if Muslims are united and they can write letters and go sit or table talk with the people, and they can ask, and they can also convince them, and then that is possible. They can get halal things, and possible everything halal, and even the medicines they can get also, like the according to their Sharia, according to our Sharia, like that is. So the main thing is unity. So Muslims are not united. This way, everyone is like to work for its own sect, and they don't want to be united. You have seen like in Ramadan, when the Eid comes, you can see at the time of moon sighting, everyone is different. They want to celebrate different, but even Prophet ﷺ said at the day of Eid, the fasting is haram. So if one person if fasting, because that time the person has not seen or working or according to Sharia, so the other people they don't feel it, but they want to celebrate it. So that is a very strange, and this also a slap on the faces of those scholars who are not united, and you don't want to be united. That is the problem. I have seen also the Jewish people, they also became united, and they requested the government of United Kingdom that they want the slaughtering method according to their Sharia, and they allowed them. So they made some type of device, and they place the animal in that one, and they slaughter like the slaughtered we slaughter the animal same way. So why? Because they have unity. They are not too much. You can see in Stamford Hill in London, we also go there. The Jews are there. They have also made it. They when they convince the government and they can get the permission according to their Sharia for slaughtering and for other techniques and whatever they need. And why the Muslim they can't do also? Because the main thing is unity. They also everyone work just for the sect. That is the problem. There is no complete full unity of the Muslims. That is the problem. Everyone want to be a leader. That is the thing. The Muslim must obey one leader. Then is possible, because they are not. They want to be their own. They say every sect they have their own leader. So how is possible that they can get to something? Then this scattering situation will make them weak and weak, as Allah said in Holy Quran. So they will be weak and weak. This, and Allah said like you have to be united. So so otherwise you will get nothing, like no benefit in this world, and your power will finish. Like you can see throughout the world this is happening also for the Muslims, and the other people, you can see they are scattering Muslims, and they are trying happy to become scattered also. That is the thing. So the main thing is that the shifa is not in alcohol. So shifa comes from Allah. This with the Prophet ﷺ, he said that is Ummul Khabais. Ummul Khabais mean the mother of all evils, this alcohol. And also this is Ummul Fawahish. It is the mother of all sexual evils also. So that is the thing. And the Prophet ﷺ in Tirmidhi, and the hadith that comes from revealed by Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said the 10 persons are under curse of Allah who are involved in the alcohol. Like the first person who extract it. So the person who extract alcohol, that is under curse of Allah. The second, the person who make alcohol, that is under curse of Allah. The third one, who drink alcohol, that is under curse of Allah. And the fourth, and the person who give alcohol to someone to drink, that is under curse of Allah. And the person who load it, who carry it, who take it to give someone, so this alcohol, so that person is also under curse of Allah. And the person for whom this alcohol is brought, so that person is under curse of Allah. And the seventh person, the person who sells alcohol, that is under curse of Allah. And the person who buy alcohol, that is under curse of Allah. And the ninth, who person who buy it and give as a gift to someone, so that is under curse of Allah. And the last one is the person who use the income of alcohol just for eating, drinking, and all these things. So that person is also under curse of Allah. So the 10 persons are always under curse of Allah involved in the alcohol. So you can see how much bad it is. So that how much bad evil is it. So this way we have to think about this one, and the more you can see the Muslims, they also go to enjoy the alcohol in the pub also. You can see in different pubs the Muslims, they also there. And when we invite the Christians and Jews and some other non-Muslims that they should come to Islam, and they say you are Muslims, they spend night in our club, and they spend night in our pub, and daytime they go for prayer. How these Muslims, and we want to, do you like, we want to be like that? We say no, but those people are not good Muslims, we say. But the main thing is that these are the people who are making the image of Islam bad before us. You can see now, if you look in the gambling shops, betting shops, gambling shops, lottery shops, you can see many Muslims there. So why? They want that the things that the money comes to them, and they must be the rich person. What this richness will work? Nothing. You can't get because your life is limited. When it finished, then after that you will not be able to get the house in Jannah. The main thing is that we have to look what we are doing and what is the basic aim of our creation. So if we are unable to make Allah happy, we are unable to get to paradise. That is the thing. So this way, the alcohol is very bad and is bad evil practice. You can see when you say someone leave it, and then the person say no problem, I will leave it slowly, slowly, and it is also difficult. Some person also say that you don't worry about it because that is the drinking alcohol. It is not. I'm not disturbing anyone. It is just with me. So it is not, I'm peaceful for everyone. I'm not disturbing everyone. So that is just with me. But what that person is doing? That person is working against the command of Allah. Allah said in Holy Quran, this is forbidden. And that person say, no, I am doing this. So what is action of that person? And look at the Sahaba Ridwanullah alaihim ajmain in Medina when alcohol became haram, forbidden. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that when the announcement of the alcohol that it is haram, and that was in the streets of Medina, and at that time the people who were taking alcohol, even if the pot of alcohol was near to their mouth, they have not touch it, they throw it and break it up. So that was the situation. So much obedient to the Prophet ﷺ Sahaba they were. Even you can see the Ans radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was helping the people in drinking, just like he was saki, like he was helping. So he was giving the alcohol to drink to the people also, and in that gathering, Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala anhu was there, Abu Ubaidah bin Jarrah radiallahu ta'ala anhu was there, Abu ibn Qab radiallahu ta'ala anhu was there, Suhail radiallahu ta'ala anhu was there, and then Ans radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was giving alcohol to drink to them. So when the announcement of stoppage of alcohol, that alcohol is completely haram, so that was announced from the streets, and they heard the sound of that one. They were not to take into their mouth. They break up all the pots, and they throw all the alcohol in the streets, and the alcohol was flowing in the streets of Medina, and they said so much it was, and it was flown, and after about 2 3 months, when the soil was dry, and even when it was raining also, so then the smell of alcohol was to come out, because it was not saturated by the land also. So that was the situation at that time. You can see how much obedient these sahaba was, because when they heard the sound that alcohol is forbidden, then they were just to leave. They left it completely, no anything they said, just they obeyed completely, and they left it completely. So that is the thing. One sahabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and his this was his job, his business. He was to bring alcohol. He was alcohol shop and alcohol factory, like the storehouse go down in Medina, and he was to bring alcohol. He was just to bring there, and then he from the store he was providing to the people also, and from mostly he was to go to bring alcohol from Syria. So one day what happened, he went to Syria, when he bought alcohol of different type of special kinds, and when he was taking alcohol and on the camels, and he was on the way near to Medina, and he heard that the Prophet ﷺ, he got the message from Allah that alcohol is haram now, is not allowed completely. The Muslims, they break up the pots and alcohol, they left it, and now what the person has done, even he was not to reach in Medina, he was on the way to Medina from Syria with alcohols. So he was on the hilltop, and he took all of his alcohol. He dropped for on the hill, and all the alcohol was dropped and wasted there also, and a part of them he broken, everything was done like that. Then he came to Prophet ﷺ, and he requested that I have some alcohol in my store also, and the Prophet ﷺ said to you to have to destroy all that. And then he went to destroy all alcohol, and he left that one, drop it in the streets though, so that has gone. So this way, those Sahaba, how they were. Now if someone is who is like, you can see them, they say Muslim, but they have alcohol also in the shop, and also they have other things also. And some Muslim, they cheat the other people also, they do this business, alcohol business also, haram thing. So look the situation of these munafiqeen, and look the situation of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sahaba, how they were just to leave it completely. Even their own business was going completely, they became zero. They said no problem, Allah is with us, Alhamdulillah. So this is the point we have to look, and we have to see what type of Muslims we are, and where is our status. So we have to change it. Even if you look in, these people from America, you can see these people, they once they canceled the rule and the law that alcohol is not allowed. So then they published so many literature and gave to the people and spread out through the America that alcohol is very bad, and it is like when a person is just to take it, his life becomes less, and he gets different type of diseases of liver and kidneys, and also there are so many accidents when a person has this one, and then can't be able to understand the things, then accidents possible, and life danger thing is this one. So you have to leave it, and there are different disputes and killing and different other sexual evils. So this alcohol is not good, you have to leave it. They spread up so much, but what was, why they failed? Because there was not written in their in their literature that there will be the day of judgment also coming. Then you have to be answerable to Allah, and and you will have, if you take it, then you will get the hell also. And the day of judgment is very dangerous for you. So this way that they became fail, because if they have the belief, strong belief in the day of judgment, then they were successful. That was easy to spread the message, and people, they were just to obey. So the main thing is that alcohol from every way is bad, and it create different type of diseases also. About 35 diseases which are produced by alcohol, and those transfer to the generation. So that, and even a lot of other diseases possible, we can't count those one, but you can learn from internet and from different places the so many diseases possible because of that. And some people who are non-Muslims, they use it as a weapon against the Muslims also. Like a Francis researcher Henry, he has written in his book that we tried our best just to use this weapon against the people of Al Jazair. So then what happened? So this Al Jazeera people, what they have done? So he said because only one tribe was able to accept it, and we were failed to convince other people because of their religious beliefs. So this way they were not to take it. So the main thing is that if the Muslims who are just to take this alcohol and also the haram things, automatically their iman will go off. And when iman is not in them, then all the braveness and all the power that will finish. So that is the thing. Then they become coward and they become weak. So that is the main thing also. And even you can see the research of the German doctors, they said the alcohol is the ummul khabais and ummul fawahish, and the Prophet ﷺ said it already also. So this is the point. Like even you can see the gambling, that is the other thing. So gambling from every way is haram, like betting, like lottery, and all other types of gambling completely haram in Islam. We say these are no allowed, because the Allah said these one. So these are totally haram. When haram, then when Allah says something, we have to accept it. We have no any question. Some people, when we say some ayat, when in the ayat, when it is completely order of Allah, you can find complete order. Then if you are not to follow it and you ask questions, and those questions will make you the your place in hell, because it mean your belief is weak. Weak belief is like that one. Like for example, if you have something weak, automatically that will break up at any time. So this way there is possible of entry of some other thing in it. So this way you have to make your belief strong. And gambling, lottery, all types of betting are totally haram. And even you can see the Arab people who were at that time, they gamble, and after gambling they were to get money, and when they were earning money from or taking money from the gambling, and when they were going on the way, they were to distribute all that money among the poor people, and they were thinking that we are doing a good job, and that was haram. And also similarly, like now you can see there are lottery and gambling, and from this one some people they try to use it against the poor people. They say we are helping the poor, we are helping the earthquake people, we are helping the famine people, we are helping the needy people. So when from the lottery, from gambling, from betting, from these things, so this is totally haram. Because the like for example, if you can have a petrol, when you put petrol in your car, if there is one drop of water in it, when it comes at the ignition point, automatically your car will start bubbling. It will will not run properly. So when the petrol will flow completely, your car will flow completely. But when water comes there, automatically it will start bubbling. So this way, if there is something haram in your food when you eating something, so automatically that will reflect the evil thing which is hidden in that one. So this is the point also. This way some people, they are film stars and dancer parties and different other celebration parties they try, and then from they get money from, collect money from that show, and they say we are helping the floody people, we are helping the people of famine, we are helping the earthquake people, we are helping these people, and this is the social service, this is the service to the humanity. But inside that one is hidden evil is there, because the money which is coming from the base, how it was earned, the earning of money is haram way, it will also produce the haram effect in the people also. So what happened to them, you can see different places that is happening, their iman is not with them. So these are the things, these things comes about the people, because the mind is not accepting that one. This way the problem. And if someone say the real thing, they say this person is a extremist, this person is something like this. But that is the wrong, because wrong thing. Allah knows everything. What has been sent in Holy Quran and what came through the Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So Quran or Sunnah is the effective remedy for all the problems of the humanity, and the perfect solution of every type of problem up to the day of judgment. There is no any other thing will, or there is no any other solution that will come to the world when uh, all the theories and all the laws of the world and everything, all the people who have different philosophy and everything, when finished, solution is not there. The solution is in Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So that is the thing. So this way, so these people, even if you can use like any type of gambling and you think is good thing, but that is haram. The money from the gambling is haram. If a person who is going to the gambling, when I was imam in Bradford, then one person came that he was a carpenter also. He said I earn halal money, and one of my friend, he one day he made me to go into the gambling shop, and when I went in and I started betting also, and then I enjoyed, then it created me a love of that one. Now I can't live without that. I earn money from carpet, because I am a carpenter. I earn money, then I go to spend all money there, and when I go to my house, my small children, I have nothing, I have problem. What should I do? He came to me, I said, what you are doing, this is your nafs, and you have to make your own the make your own decision against your nafs, that I will not do that, I will do what Allah said. So that is the thing. So when you make your own decision, then you have to apply that one on yourself, then it's possible to remove you from the evils also. So main thing is that. So some people, they are smokers. They are not to leave the cigarette, even cigarette smoking. My dad was also smoking of the cigarette also. When he went to the Hajj, when he came back from Hajj, he said, "I will never smoke now." And from that time, I have never seen smoking from him. And he, throughout his life, mashallah, he spent very nice life. And the main thing is the willpower. So you have to make your willpower strong, then you will have to be the best person, favorite person in the eyes of Allah. Really, that is possible. Okay, the second part of the ayat in this, that is وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ, and they ask you what should they spend. Kulil afu, and you say the surplus, what is access to their the access to their uh, from their need, so they have to spend that one. So the main thing is that the access things, so we have to spend that one. So the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said, this is the hadith from Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said the best sadaqah is that one, that a person who spend that one, and after spending he should not become like dependent. It mean dependent mean he can depend upon anyone because he want to go just for begging or something. So this way the Prophet ﷺ said you have to spend that one, but you have to keep something for yourself also, so that you will not be in a position to ask anyone just for help or just for something, because you must have your own things. So the first of all, when you spend sadaqah, the first sadaqah spending, who are the people you have to spend? The first your children and wife and parents, and that is. So one other hadith that comes from Abu Sa'id Khudri radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He said that he was in journey with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and on the way, in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if someone has extra animal and that just for riding, just and that person should give to the other one. And if someone has more money or some then more money than need, that person should give to the other person. So this way, the Abu Sa'id Khudri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said so many things. Then we thought that if we have extra anything, that is not for us, but that is for some other brother. So this hadith is in Muslim. So the main thing is that we have to spend the money just surplus mean like which is extra. That is like, for example, if our need is like you can think about, for example, our need is about 1,000 pound, for example, and then we have our money is like 1,015, 1,500. So if the income is 1,500, but you need only 1,000 pound, so it means 500 is extra. So we have to spend that one. So starting from the children, wife, parents, and then look at your family members and then relatives, then other people like. So then you have to make a sadaqah like that one is possible. The best sadaqah is that one, and the best charity is to spend the surplus. So that is afu mean the surplus. Qalil afu. So you have to spend the surplus you have. So that is the point we have to look here, and if you look the examples from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam Sahaba, so you can have a lot of, because they were just to spend as much as they can. You can see the migration when the Prophet ﷺ came from Mecca to Medina, and even the Sahaba Ridwanullah alaihim ajmain, they if they have one shop, they were just to give half to his brother like who migrated, and then if they have two wives, even one wife, they divorced and just said that this wife is allowed to marry to other brother also who came from there. And even you can see, and if they have property, they were just to give half of that one to other brother. So the main thing is Muslims, if you look the history, and you will see how they were generous people, and we have to be generous as much as we can, and we try to be thankful to Allah, because if a person is thankful to Allah and also request Allah for forgiveness and tawbah every time, so then that person is good in the eyes of Allah. And we have to try our best to please Allah as much as, and following the Sharia of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah give us tawfiq. Ameen.